Hi guys, I'm gonna go ahead and record this set of Cornell notes just because I feel that it might be a little bit more helpful if I'm kind of explaining what's happening here. So you've already copied this down. This was the first, or at least you should have already copied this down. And we're actually going to be using trigonometry. We're going to be using those trig functions to find missing sides of triangles, of right triangles. Our LEQ, when is it appropriate to use trigonometric ratios to find missing side lengths of triangles? So recall the three basic trig ratios. Again, you've already seen these at this point. If you are doing this assignment, you should know this, right? You know that's the SOHCAHTOA. Sine is the opposite over hypotenuse. The cosine, we have cosine of theta, which is equal to adjacent over hypotenuse, and TOA, which is our tangent of theta, which is opposite over adjacent. Okay, so you really need to make sure you recall this and you know this before we actually start finding sides of these triangles. Okay, so I'm going to start with an example. All right, so like let's say I can give you an example such as this guy right here. Let's start with example 1. I'll give you a couple of examples. I hope I'm not moving too much. Okay, so example 1. So let's say that I give you this problem right here. I say, I give you given triangle ABC. I want you to go ahead and find AC, side AC. Okay, and here's what your triangle ABC looks like. It's going to look like this guy right here. Of course, the right triangle. A, B, C, and I'm going to give you this time, I'm not going to give you theta, I'm actually going to give you an angle measurement. Okay, so you're going to use this angle measurement, that's 50 degrees, and I'm going to give you a side measurement, and say that I want to tell you like, hey, you know what this side is, right? Could you use Pythagorean theorem to find these sides? I want you to think about that for a second. Can you? Well, I hope you're saying no, because in order to use Pythagorean theorem, you need at least 2 sides to figure out the third one, right? So it'll give you one missing side. But using the trig ratios, SOHCAHTOA, we can actually figure out what these sides are. And that's exactly what we're going to do. So say that I said this is 6 right here, and I'm asking you, hey, you know what? I don't want to know what this side is, but I want to know what this side is. Okay, I'm trying to figure out what that is. So what you need to do is, first of all, I'm going to write these steps down. Oh, excuse me. Sloppy over here. So steps, write them right here. First thing that I want you to do is to make sure you're focusing on the given angle. And label. Okay, so based off of what I have, I've been given an angle. Again, I want to find AC, right? I have this side here, which is the hypotenuse. Based off of this angle right here, I'm going to go ahead and label what I have and what I need. So I'm just going to put this right here. Label what you have and what you need. Okay, so you need to make sure you're labeling only what you have and what you need. So I have my 50-degree angle. I have this right here, right? I have side 6. So this 6 right here, what is this? Based off of this angle, what is this? Is this the hypotenuse, opposite, or adjacent? You're so smart. Yep, it is the hypotenuse, right? And then right across from it, this one right here, I need this one. What is that? That is correct. That is the opposite. Okay, so now I'm going to look at my trig functions that I wrote over here, and I'm going to go ahead and figure out what it is that I need now. So I have opposite and hypotenuse. You have to figure out, are you going to use sine of theta, cosine of theta, or tangent of theta? Now, which one has opposite and hypotenuse? Oh, right here, right? Opposite and hypotenuse. This one has opposite and hypotenuse, so I'm going to use the sine of theta. So once you do that, the next thing that I want you to do is to go ahead and I'm going to say set up trig ratio and include the following. Angle, so you're going to replace the angle with what you had, theta. So theta is your angle. And then with what you had and what you need. Okay, so here's what I mean. So you're going to set up the trig ratio, include the following. We're going to include the angle, which is 50 degrees, and what we had or have and need. So I have 6 and I need this right here. So I'm going to call this right here x. Okay, because I don't know what that is. This side, AC, which is what I'm trying to find. Okay, so let's go ahead and set it up. Again, I'm using sine of theta, which I know is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. Now I'm going to replace everything. Sine. Theta is my angle. What is my angle again? My angle is 50 degrees. So sine of 50 degrees is equal to my opposite, which is x, over my hypotenuse, which is 6. Now, this x right here is this side right here. So I need to solve for this because I need to figure out what that is. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So what I'm going to do right now, I'm going to go ahead and multiply both sides. I'm going to say solve for x. So I'm going to go ahead and solve for x. How do I solve for x, guys? What am I supposed to do? Thank you. I'm supposed to multiply both sides by 6. You know, that divides out. Now I'm left with x is equal to 6 times sine of 50 degrees. Now, how can you do this? I want you to go ahead and type scientific calculator into Google, and you should get something like this guy right here. All right. Again, what I'm trying to figure out is what is 6 times sine of 50. And I'm going to go ahead and put that right here. 6 times, should I put this in? I think I should put this in parentheses. Times sine of 50 degrees. Put another parentheses there. And this is going to give me my final answer. 4.59. Okay, and so that's my final answer, 4.5962, all that good stuff right there. But I'm actually going to go ahead and just round to the nearest hundredth. So that's my 10th, that's my 100th. This is bigger than 5, so I'm going to go ahead and make this bigger, which is going to be 4.60. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and round that off. So 4 round to the nearest 100th. And again, my answer was x equals, what was it again? 4.60. Approximately 4.60. I'm going to put approximately. Okay, so that is your final answer. So this side is 6 right here, and this side over here is going to be 4.60. All right, so that's how you do that one problem. I'm going to cut this video short because I'm already running a little late on this one. I went a little over 9 minutes. So I'm going to cut this one, and I'll give you guys another example in a moment, okay? Copy this down, and I hope this makes sense.